Wagwan. Hey, shout out to my man Mortal Life. Shout out to my man Don P. Both kings doing amazing things. I'm here on the West Coast. I was laying down, sleep, relaxing, chilling. This came on, and I just had to chime in and give my thesis on it. You already know, conversation and reviews. So, with that being said, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and peep this shit out.
If you ever wondered, have you ever had a notion in your comic book reading ass mind, what would happen if ever, by chance,
to school to the award ceremony. And of course, her mom, my ex-wife, was there as well. And while we were waiting for them to set up everything for the ceremony, we decided to deal with a little co-parenting business. So I told her mom that, hey, I'm going to need to hire a PA, a personal assistant out here, because I'm going to be out of the country every single month for the rest of the year. I got things going on in Colombia, and I got to also go to Thailand for a little bit. So when I said Thailand, she said, ew. I was like, ew. She was like, so you're going over to Thailand for one of those passport bros trips? Ew. And I said, have you ever been to Thailand? And she got quiet. I was like, well, I've been to Thailand, and I'm actually not going that time for a passport bros trip. I'm actually going for a conference, which I'm getting paid to speak at. And so she gave me a half-hearted apology. And I said, wait a minute. You said that you don't follow me. You don't pay attention to anything that I do. How do you even know about my passport bros trips?
Jealous.
And she said, well, it is on a public platform. I said, yes, a public platform that you just told me weeks ago that you did not have. So you have that public platform now? No, I'm not on TikTok. I was like, okay, cool. So why the issue with Thailand?
Because she does. How else would she know? Peep game.
Because I just think it's ridiculous how you're taking men from the United States to other countries to find wives or find women. And I sat back and I just let it all sink in and marinate in. You know why I did that? I got her from another country. So then when I made her aware that, wait a minute, you do know I've been a passport bro for a long time. I went to another country and got you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And my mistake was bringing you here. If I had left you where you were in another country, you would have kept those same.
Yes, he said it. My man admits it, and I commend you, brother, for that. He admits, Mr. Don P admits he made a mistake. That's one thing I tell the guys all the time. Do not bring them back so they can keep those values. But sorry, brother, let me continue.
Same values, those same thought patterns, and that same process. But I brought you here, helped you to earn millions of dollars, gave you a career, saw you have success, and gave you my seed to create one of the most beautiful children in the world. That was my mistake.
And on that note, it does go both ways. And when I say that it goes both ways, man, depending on where you at, you can bring a woman here back to the States, but it depends on where you at. If you're living on the West Coast, that's a no-no. But if you're living on the East Coast, in the South, and you two both have an understanding, you got to have an understanding. If the both of you do not have an understanding, shit can go way left.
It just goes to show you how so many women are, I got mine, you need to get yours. And it's okay for them, but it's a problem when someone else is reaping the benefits and the rewards that they were once reaping. That's just something about the American mindset of women. Do not bring women here to America. Do not date the women in America that have that mindset, because that mindset destroys families and it destroys men. So just a fun little story. She had forgotten that I actually went to a lesser country, plucked her out of that country, and was able to bring her here and make her house.
Most people forget where they come from, and they pay the price of that. The price is real hard, real hard. Like I've always said, and I'm going to continue to say this. My brother, my sister, the truth is very, very loud.
Her life. Just because he's helping men do the same thing he did, what's wrong with that? Yes, he may go to Thailand and get another woman. He's definitely going to find a better woman than her. And why is she going to be better? He probably already had. He can't tell her that, though, because he's going to keep her there. He's going to keep her where she's from, maybe come back and forth, see his children, and see her part-time, and it'll be better that way.
I love Thailand. I love Thailand, from the food to the people to the experience, the lifestyle, a lot of culture there. People, a lot of they're cordial, respectful, it's fun. You know, the beaches out there, etc. Like I said, if people are not used to traveling, you got your passport, go travel. I have fun when I always go back home to Jamaica, so you know it is what it is.
Africa is a different energy, especially like Kenya, because like in Kenya, it feels like they're more trying to game you, like to you, like it chicks be like hawking you, they be looking at.
You heard what the brother said? In Kenya, they're trying to game you. What does that mean? That means there's no more getting rejected. See what I'm to become a passport bros? He doesn't have to have crazy game. He goes out there.
They want you for you. They like you for you. They want to be with you for you. It's a different mentality when you go to a lot of these foreign countries. A large number of these women have not been to a lot of these foreign countries. They just talking out the side of their ass. The scales change wherever you go, from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Midwest and the South.
Energy. Let me continue.
At you, and their energy is like affection. I had some of the best times hanging around like African women in general, because it just seems like it's like they have all the good things of black women have in the States without the attitude and the BS nonsense. They just accept you for who you are.
They just accept you for who you are. And that's what men need in this day and age. This is why men are becoming passport bros. They're leaving for women who accept them for who they are.
And even if you don't decide to travel outside the country, but you want to date outside your race, if that's your preference and that is what you feel comfortable with, men, do that. If a white woman is going to love you and accept you, go there. If a Spanish woman is going to love you and accept you, go there. If an Asian woman or a Korean woman or a Filipino woman is going to accept you and love you, go there. If an Islander woman or a Caribbean woman is going to love you and accept you, go there. Men, you have to go where you're accepted. Men, you have to go where you're celebrated. Men, you have to go where you're respected and treated right.
Outside my race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it
Define better.
My
Define
Spanish,
better.
well, not better, because I know when she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I want to know.
I would have stood there. I would have stood there and said better. I would have stood on that. You know, when it comes to interracial dating, one of the things I always find fascinating and find odd, you try to challenge a man when he opens up and he shares his experiences. You want to challenge him because in your mind, you have to prove him wrong. In your mind, you have to shame him, knowing what he's saying is the truth. You just don't like the fact that he's broadcasting the truth.
No, brother, no, brother. No. What she did right there, that's exactly what they were doing better. They weren't challenging him. I mean, this is an interview, but still, the man is pouring his heart out. They wonder why things are the way they are nowadays. He's pouring his heart out, saying why he made the decisions he made.
Brother Jamal, we had fun when we worked on a set of Notorious. I played one of the bodyguards in that movie. So you'll see like 5 seconds, like 3 to 5 seconds of me before Big U, got deleted, and you'll see me walking out the club or whatnot have you. But yeah, just having, just a few conversations that I had with Brother Jamal. He is sharp, he's on point, respectful, cordial, and he's spitting fire.
And you're arguing with him? Look at it. Old school too. Why better? Why better? Why better? Shunning him, why better?
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know you is. That's what I'm saying. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican. I was dating Dominican. I was dating African. I was dating all type of other races. American black. Right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
Oh man. Their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian.
Anyway, that's enough of that. So he goes on to talk about how Black American women only want, like, they expect to be taken to like Roof Chris and blah blah.
That's about right. That's about right. Yeah.
And then women from other countries, they're okay with anything.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why. First of all, you are a famous actor. So the type of women you are dating, you're not running around looking for regular women. You're looking for women that already have a certain type of taste. So he wants...
I don't know what the fuck she's saying. I can already tell right now she all over the place. She is all over the place. She's cooking herself.
First, most of you already know I'm Jamaican. And this type of idea always pisses...
I'm Jamaican too. So let's get it. Let's get it, yard girl.
Pisses me off so bad. And me particularly, I don't really date a lot of Jamaican men. My ex-husband was not from the islands. So the thing is with a lot of these men, these American men, and when they say they want women from a different culture or whatever, if I were to date a Jamaican man and I was to tell that Jamaican man I don't want to pay no bills, he's not going to look at me as a gold digger.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
He's going to take care of it.
Actually, a large number of Jamaicans is going to be like, I'm going to pick up my shoulder pads and my helmet and walk away. Because when it comes to a partnership, when it comes to teamwork, when it comes to 50-50, we doing this together. There are some Black women that do get it. Hey, and those that do get it, beautiful, I give you your flowers. It's not no shaming tactic. I'm keeping it 3,000 with you. To those modern feminist mammies that don't get it, I'm calling you out on it. You shoot your own self in the foot. And you don't like the fact that men are calling you on it. When it comes to the finances, when it comes to the functioning of the household, we are doing that together.
We're not going to get into an argument. It's not going to be a problem. A lot of these American men, they want the traditional things that these other cultures have kind of like ingrained into women. And that's not to say American women don't have it, because I've encountered a lot of American women, especially a lot.
Exactly. So therefore, what are you saying? The same things that you're saying about American men, a large number of Black women are saying the same damn thing. You want a traditional man, you want a man to do all of these things and treat you like a damn princess, but yet you're bringing nothing to the table.
I want to say from the South are raised in those like traditional ways, but a lot of these men, they want traditional, but they also want modern, because they want you to still cook, clean, and do all these things while you're working and paying half the bills. And
I can understand that, because in a relationship, your ass gonna be doing that anyway. You're gonna be doing that anyway. It's called teamwork. Men is gonna be doing their part. You're gonna be doing your part.
So frustrating, because, I had this conversation with a male friend of mine, and he's from he's not from the islands. His parents are from the islands, so he's kind of raised in like a Caribbean type household or whatever. And he was basically saying the same thing. He was saying that, like, Black American women, like he's had better experiences when he went overseas. And I said to him, did you ever think like when you approach those women overseas, you do not approach them or you don't deal with them in the same manner that you deal with Black women?
I have. When me and my boys, we get together and we go to Brazil, because one of my partners, he does a lot of entertainment, taking artists overseas and stuff. And we go to Brazil. I treat them the same. It don't change. When we go to Japan, I treat them the same. We go to Thailand, treat them the same. Go to Colombia, treat them the same. Puerto Rico, I treat them the same. It's always the same. I open up the door, I smile, I speak, I'm cordial, I'm respectful. When I see my elders, I pay respect. It's always the same in different country for me. So I don't know what the hell you talking about.
The difference. Have you ever thought that, hey, maybe if I approach Black women with the same care, with the same caution, with the same affection, and because you're not dating these women outside of your race and you're not expecting them to foot the bill in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but then you come to Black women and then you expect Black women to go 50-50 with you and then cater to you as if you are footing the bill by yourself.
Question. Why is it that a large number of Black women have a problem with 50-50, but yet other women, a large number of women in other races, I said a large number of women in other races don't have a problem with it?
That does not make sense. How are you comparing these women when you're treating them completely different?
You've never traveled.
You're treating the women completely different, but you're expecting a certain type of outcome.
That's because they're treating him different. If there's a heated discussion, they're not doing this and yelling like you are. You can't tell, but there's not one gentle tone in your voice. You're naturally masculine, and you don't even see it.
And I see why you don't have a man. I see why your dating pool is low.
Agree more.
And what are you going to say? Oh, I had to be that way to protect myself from guys like you.
But when I hear women talk like that all masculine bullshit, that turns me off. And it doesn't matter what race she is, because you have some women of other races that talk masculine. To me, that shit's a turn off. Be your feminine self. But when you travel and you go to these other countries and these women talk to you kindly, talk to you respectfully, hell yeah, you're going to treat them different, because they're treating you different. They're treating you with respect. They're kind.
Man.
You're expecting the same outcome from two different experiences. That does not make sense. You're going into thinking like, oh, well, Black women don't do this, they don't do that, they don't do this, they don't do that. And then you go to these women and then you treat them with so much care, so much affection. Y'all want to provide for them. Y'all want to give them everything they desire. And then be like, well, they treat me better. You're treating them better.
They're boy, she's triggered. This is why when I heard this, I woke up, I was alert. I'm like, yeah, I got to go on with this one. I got a conversation and review this one. Look at what you're saying. Look at how you're saying what you're saying. And you wonder why. You wonder why. You let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you everything that you need to know about them.
Them better. Did it ever click to y'all that those women treat y'all better because y'all treat them better?
I want something feminine and delicate.
Talking about, oh, well, they don't expect Ruth Chris. If you go to their country and there's no Ruth Chris, why would she expect Ruth Chris?
Now look at this.
That is your receipt.
There is, actually. No, you're wrong.
love my man more to life. I love that brother. I got family in New York, so, you know, I got mad love and mad respect for New Yorkers, you know? My black people, my Italians, my Jamaicans, my Puerto Ricans, got mad love. Even if we take a trip to Florida, I love my black people that act right. I love my Caribbean. I love my Spanish people. I love them. Let's go. Let's go.
Because they think.
Look at that thick cut steak.
You gonna learn. See, now today,
you got to earn that.
Learn today.
Ladies got to earn that.
Learn. That's what you gonna do. Learn. Roof, Chris, Steak House, Manila.
That's a place you take your wife to.
My wife there.
That's not just somebody you just take out on a date. I'm sorry. Not that type of restaurant.
That's all y'all want.
I wouldn't.
Now, look at this. Roof Chris Steakhouse. PH. Now, check Thailand, probably there too. You check.
We got to be in a good, committed relationship in order for me to take you there.
A hole in the walls like you think. Where it's at, BGC. It looks better than being in New York. It looks better than traveling in LA. You got to see it. I think I have some footage of it. You guys got to see it. I need to start doing videos, going around the mall and certain places and putting them. I'm going to place them on More to Life to show. Because you ladies are in the box. I give love to some of you, though. Some of you ladies understand what's happening and you're getting with the program. You're actually moving in Thailand.
Why she look like that? Why she look like that? That's how modern feminists, you know, moon crooked mammies look.
You were moving to the Philippines because you may watch a video and go, I think I need to go there. Like my ex actually has watched my vlogs and she said, and also you see other vlogs, she's been doing some research and she looked and said, I think I'm gonna go over here. And why is that? Because they have it. You need to come over here and take a vacation. You go, wow, these guys, I see why they're here. Let me let her talk though.
Herself to root Chris. Why would she now say, let's go to Chili's? She probably does go to Chili's as well, but if she is already living a certain lifestyle and you go to a woman that's living a certain lifestyle and now you're trying to downgrade her to prove a point like, oh, other women in other parts of the world, they're not expecting that. Well, ain't no roof Chris over there, so what is you talking about?
When it comes to dating, men are simple. There's no such thing as a lifestyle. Now, let me back up. If a woman wants to keep that lifestyle, she can keep that shit to herself. Men are simple. Okay? I can give two fucks about the restaurant, the name of the restaurant, what's in the restaurant, what they have in the restaurant. My thing is spending time with you. That's how simple I am. We can go to Starbucks. We can keep it simple. To go to Root Chris and all of that, you got to earn that, partner.
These.
Sad.
You know, I know that I wasn't born in America, but I grew up in America. I do have a lot of ways about me that are raised in a traditional Jamaican fashion.
No, you don't.
And
you Americanize. See, I was born here, but I have Jamaican roots. I haven't left where I came from. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're masculine. You're triggered.
Stop the cap.
I've seen men try to weaponize that, and believe you me, these men take advantage of it because I have the worst of it, where I am super domesticated but highly independent. And then you run into men who are users. And
you run into women that are users. A large number of women use. You have men going out there going to work. You have men going out there handling a handle. If they're single fathers, they love their children. We're not going to sit up here and say men, the reason why the dating pool is the way that it is because of men. No, it's because it's a little bit of both.
To burn your ass out because you're raised to nurture, you're raised to take care of, but at the same time, you are not dependent on anyone. So believe you me when I say that these men are looking for women that they can take advantage of. However,
and what do you think women do? Women do that exact same thing to men, try to take advantage of men. But see, men are waking up. I said once, I say it again. Men are having conversations at the water cooler. Men are having conversations in the locker room. Men are having conversations on the sideline. Men are having conversations in the end zone.
I'm nicer than a lot of these women. And let me tell you, these women are going to run them ragged.
Very manly.
Okay? Not me no more. Not me no more. But when I was younger, yeah, you can pull the wool over my eye a little bit. You can pull the wool over my eye a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta say this. I have to say this and I have to show this because you're talking like, let me let you understand something. These ladies know, like, say a man, no man, I gotta say it like this. And I like to use his name a lot because he's a perfect example. And you guys know what I'm about to say. Chad Ocho Cinco. He's not taking you to Ruth Chris. Multi-millionaire. Why is he not doing that? Because if you want to keep your money, you can't blow her all on nonsense.
Because she gonna let you know how she move. She gonna let you know what type of time she on.
And didn't see how these women look. Take a look. Look at that. That's not a BBL right there. Look at that. Look at this. This is why men are getting the passports.